Hey guys, Stella Christoph here for day number 18 of 25 days of Daybreak. So I want to point out this title again. Surprise, Lunar is coming, introducing Pharaohgeist. And that's a camel, sun, and the moon. We got our loon in the last video that it was going to be in this set. So it looks like this will be our first introduction to the lunar type in Elestrals before month 8 of Shad Stars drops. Let's freaking go, guys.
We built Elestrals with nothing but honesty and transparency.
And 100% that's true, because especially when we had the Arawatt situation, the full art and Parawatt being mass produced when it wasn't supposed to be. Completely transparent, kept everybody up to date. I think he was at like a holiday party, left the party to go start dealing with this, calling overseas, figuring out what was going on. So Elestrals, Dan specifically, very transparent, try to let everybody know what's going on. So we'll see what he has to say for this one.
But I have to be real with y'all. I lied to you guys. Lunar is here. Let's not waste any time. Daybreak pre-orders open on July 12th. Let's talk about our brand new starter deck, Pharaohgeist. First,
so that means we're going to get because we have Chronodile starter deck, so that's going to be solar, so he's introducing a lunar one too.
We've got a new solar Elestral Calf-Mal, which is a 3 attacker with 4 defense that has a really unique effect. When you ascend this Calf-Mal or it's destroyed, you can return 3 spirits of any combination of solar and lunar from your underworld to your spirit.
So let's point out right away, it says when you ascend, it doesn't say what you ascend into. So this can also go into your Chronodile deck, because the middle ascension, I don't know the name, so bear with me on that one, but that was a water solar. So you can start off with this Calf-Mal, and then Calf-Mal, however you say it, and then you can ascend to that next stage and then get those 3 spirit, or get solar spirits back. It says any combination of spirit or lunar. It doesn't have to be 2 in 1, 1 or 2. I'm gonna guess you can get 3 of 1 if you want to.
Deck. So much like Sluggle and Quackle can regenerate spirits, Calf-Mal can regenerate them once it's destroyed or once you ascend it. So this card has a lot of different utility, and it can heal you 2 different elements at one time, and it serves as the face of the new starter deck.
So I'm personally going to reach out, because again, I just kind of maybe said that wrong. So maybe you do have to have at least 1 in 1. I'm going to clarify with that, probably with someone in Elestrals, and find out. If I do find out, I'll let you guys know.
As it can ascend into a brand new Elestral and the first ever solar and lunar Elestral to be revealed, which is Pharaohmal. Pharaohmal is a 4 attacker with 7 defense that says when an opponent's Elestral declares an attack, you can expend a lunar spirit in order to negate their attack and special ascend this Pharaoh.
So before finding out what Pharaohgeist does, I like how you can already negate an attack. So when your opponent's Celestial declares an attack, expend a lunar to negate the attack and special ascend from your hand or deck. So I'm wondering if Pharaohgeist is also going to have another ability to block an attack or negate an attack, because you can easily bait this. You know, say as long as your Elestral has a 5 attack or an 8 attack, depending on what position this card's in, you can swing into it. They're going to negate it. But if you have something else on the field, it's going to be counterproductive unless you have your counter runes down. So I'm wondering if Pharaohgeist is going to have a similar ability. That way it can kind of protect itself, because you're going to special ascend this on your opponent's turn. So you're going to get a 3-drop on your opponent's turn.
To Pharaohgeist from your hand or deck. An incredible brand new bridge tool to go from Pharaohmal ultimately to the new Elestral Pharaohgeist, which of course is the highlight of the new Pharaohgeist starter deck coming in Daybreak alongside Chronodile. Pharaohgeist is one of my favorite Elestrals of all time. It is a 2 lunar, 1 solar Elestral with 9 attack and 13 defense and an absolutely devastating effect. This Pharaohgeist cannot be destroyed in battle and cannot be returned to hand by opponents or card effects. That means you can't simply power over it, and you can't return it with Shield of Achilles. Opponents must also expend a spirit in order to...
That is freaking broken. This Pharaohgeist cannot be destroyed by battle and cannot be returned to the opponent's hand by opponent's card effects. But it does not say Elestral effects. So keep that in mind. I'm going to guess that you can use an Elestral's ability to send it back. Opponents must also expend spirits, one spirit, in order to cast cards. So that's going to talk about any card, Rune or Elestrals. The one thing I do want to point out, it can't be destroyed in battle, but you still can get damage from this card, to this card. So it's a 3-drop. Say it's in attack mode. You bring out your, I always go like Trifernal or Pantera, because they're going to be able to swing over this pretty easily. If you're able to Nexus more spirits onto those cards, or able to just add more spirits to it in general instead of summoning that turn, you could attack this and still cause damage to your opponent. Glacier came out in Frostfall. It's a 14 attack. It has the first ever piercing ability. So basically, when it attacks this card, it's going to swing over it. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure Glacier also has a suppression ability. So, can't be destroyed by battle, but remember, guys, suppression stops all abilities. So, you still can destroy this card by battle, you just have to suppress it first. You have cards like Cockadoodle. I have that in my Wind Nexus Toolbox deck. It's a 4 attack, but when you summon it, you suppress an Elestral on the field. So, you could suppress this, have another card that's stronger, and then go ahead and destroy it. That suppression with Cockadoodle stays around as long as it's on the field. So as long as you summon Cockadoodle and you can protect it for a couple turns, you can go ahead and do that. I believe Dracodoodle also has a suppression ability when it attacks. I believe you have to expend spirits. It suppresses everything on the field. So you can destroy this. Don't get too worried the second you read it can't be destroyed by battle or can't be returned to the opponent's hand. You can do things to it.
Cards, which means that when Ferrogeist is on the field, every card your opponent plays costs 1 extra spirit to use, making Ferrogeist one of the strongest Elestrals we've ever seen. Now, I know I told y'all...
And honestly, that's kind of hype against a water deck that's all about recovery. So you're going to have your Ferrogeist out if you can keep it on the field, and they have to keep using extra spirits. Obviously, water will still recover, but it's going to cost them even more. Your Ambrosia, or your Dratuga. Every time they summon their Dratago, it's going to cost them 2 to summon it just to heal 2. So essentially, it's going to cost you more in the long run. So it's going to be kind of interesting what combos people come up with to destroy it. Suppression decks. If you know someone's going to be running a Ferrogeist deck, there's going to be some suppression in the background. Maybe start having 1 or 2 suppressors in your side decks just to be on the safe side moving forward.
Loon was only in Daybreak so we can have the spirits ready for Shattered Stars, but that was simply untrue, as obviously the Ferrogeist starter deck was the real secret that we wanted to...
I like that artwork too that it shows on the starter deck, that it's pyramids on its back. So I wonder what the full art's going to look like when that finally drops. Or if we're going to get, say, a full art of this card in Shattered Stars. Say that's going to be the Stellar Rare, the 1 out of 10. That'd be kind of cool to see.
This Elestral was too dang cool to not put into Daybreak, and I wanted to reveal it in such a special way and keep you guys off guard. I'm so proud of this design. I think the Elite Four absolutely killed it, and I hope you can gather some of the cool themes with it.
Can we shout out the Elite Four, because literally every card they draw is top tier.
Including the Oasis in the desert that ultimately turns into a mirage as you get closer and closer to Ferrogeist. It's also important to highlight a brand new subclass for Elestrals called Spectral. The brand new Spectral subclass is going to encompass a handful of...
Which makes complete sense for Lunar.
Ghost-like Elestrals, including our brand new starter deck Elestral, Ferrogeist himself. While Lunar Elestrals and cards are not going to get their full representation in Daybreak, they are most certainly going to make a splash in competitive Elestrals, because this isn't our only secret. Make sure you guys stay tuned for more reveals every single...
So at least 2 more cards for Lunar going to be revealed. And I wonder if they're going to be Ascension lines. He showed 2 cards just then, but I wonder if it's going to be 2 different Ascension lines for that set, for playability. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching the video. If you are new, please go ahead and subscribe. I have a giveaway going on. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd, and it ends in 2 days. Like the video, comment your favorite Elestral, your new Elestral down below. That Ferrogeist ability is awesome, but don't be worried, guys. Don't be intimidated by it. You can make a deck to counter it 100%. There are ways to counter these cards. There has not been one card that's been completely broken that doesn't have some kind of playability against some kind of a counter. Even if it hasn't been revealed yet, remember, we're only on set 3 being revealed right now. They're all the way up to like set 5 and 6, getting ready for production, getting ready for, or finishing up designs, all that. So they have a lot of things in the works. So just because you see a card that is completely broken now, there's probably going to be something coming out, or there might be something already out that will counter that card. My name's Stellar Christoph, and I hope you guys all have a stellar day.